Happy Tuesday. Morning Brew. It's Nick Cooper and Tony Hart. Is it a little fresh in here this morning, Tony? A little crisp, a little chilly?
A little fresh and so clean.
I've noticed you got a blanket on you, so.
Listen, I'm getting old.
Well, because
when I'm getting old, I wear a blanket.
I'm a little chilled in here. I thought we had it fixed, but maybe not the issue. Anyway.
Well, that's why I have a blanket sitting on my chair.
Okay. Good for you. I need to bring a blanket in here. So it'll keep things nice and crisp this morning, maybe.
Share my blanket here.
There we go. Let's cuddle up later.
Cuddle in.
Later on this morning, a Minnesota town has been named to a list that it probably does not want to be on. Usually, Minnesota towns don't end up on lists like this. Bad lists, I mean. Well,
Yeah, we're lucky. We get on generally good lists from time to time.
so we'll dive into that. Plus, there's an expert that's sounding off on the debate. You probably heard for a good number of years now. You want to make sure the toilet seat's down when you flush.
Oh, God, this debate.
There's an update
when
from
you
an
flush?
expert. Yeah, when you flush.
Oh, why?
The lid down.
Oh, okay. I'm interested to hear why.
So there's an update on that. We'll dive into that. Plus, how has this winter's weather impacted you, good or bad? Let us know. Shoot us a message on our mobile app. Join the conversation on our Facebook page. We're going to talk about that later on this morning, too. There's some things that Northlanders get used to, good or bad, when it comes to normal winter temperatures and snow.
Oh, yeah, for
Without
sure.
it, how is it impacting you? Let us know. We'll have that conversation later on this morning. Also going to play Song in 60 in a few minutes. I believe it's your day to guess today.
I'm ready to rock.
All right, we'll do that here in a few minutes. Music now for you from Bruno Mars here. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. It is time to play Song in 60. Tony's day to guess. You get to play along at home as well. See if you can beat Tony to getting the right answer here this morning. So we'll give some clues, see if Tony can guess. Are you ready?
I am ready to play.
All right. Song in 60 gets going right now. All right. Raymond.
Usher.
Oh, wow. I was thinking that was not going to be as good of a hint as it was. All right. So we got the artist down. It is not yet.
Okay.
You remind me. Nope. If you...
DJ got it falling in love.
If you're running behind, you need to...
Hurry up.
Yep. So if you get to that point, you are...
There?
But
Early?
No. So if you get all your things on your list done, you are...
completed. I'm over. I'm...
Okay, 2 words. First word. If you did this with a fish, you got it in the boat. You did what with it? So you're out fishing. You get a fish in the boat. How did you get in the boat? No,
I climbed in the boat? You caught it? Caught.
Yep.
Caught?
So time's up, but so Caught Up is the song that...
Oh, son of a gun. Caught up. Okay, yeah, that's a good song.
There's your song in 60.
Oh, my gosh.
Mix it away. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. And this is a list that I don't think any town wants to be anywhere near. So Orkin put out their list of the most bed-bug-ridden cities in the country for this year.
The Orkin Man?
Yes. And this is not great. Minneapolis made an appearance on the list. This is apparently the first time they've been on this list.
Man, you do not want to be on any list made by Orkin.
No. The good news is it's toward the bottom of the list, Minneapolis is. It shows up, according to the Orkin website, at number 47 out of 50. So lower is better, but it says they're new to the list. Also joining the list includes the likes of Oklahoma City.
What's the most bed bug infested city?
So Chicago, followed by New York, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Akron area, and then LA rounding up the top 5. So
Cleveland, Akron seems a little strange to be in the top 5.
A little bit.
I mean, you have like major metropolitan Chicago, New York, LA, and then Cleveland.
Yeah. A little weird.
What's up, Cleveland?
So no other Minnesota towns make the list.
God.
One Wisconsin city does. It's Milwaukee. They show up at number 25, jumping 15 spots from where they were last year. Not a good thing. So they use data about exterminations that were called in, stuff like that. So them acting on this. So if they don't serve a town, it wouldn't have shown up.
Well, bed bugs are nasty little bugs. Like, they're hard to get rid of. I mean, they're flat.
Right.
So they can hide in, really tiny places. I mean, they're only about the size of an apple seed.
Right.
So pretty tiny. And their eggs are only about the size of a piece of dust.
Wow, that's
So you can see where they could lay hundreds of eggs. Nobody would ever know about them.
right, and then
Boom, you got an infestation. You know what
Right.
they eat?
I'm guessing it's related to people because they,
Nick, they eat people. Yes,
parts
they
of people.
just eat whole people. Like you could fall asleep and just disappear by morning. No, they feed on blood, and they
Right.
particularly like human blood.
Of course they do.
And they can suck blood for about 5 to 10 minutes, get engorged, and then they just go off
Sneak
into their
off.
little hiding place and hide until they need to feed again. But they can not eat for like months on a time.
Wow, so you can't starve them out easily.
So you can't starve them out. They hide really easy, so they get into little places,
Right.
And you can't find them.
Man.
But then, like people, like hotels get bad reputations
Well,
if they
they're
have
considered
like
dirty or whatever, and that's not
not
really the
necessarily.
case. Because if somebody brings them in unknowingly,
you just carry bed bugs on your body, right?
so gross. So on that note, because while they can be transmitted and brought other places, there's an often considered hotel rooms are considered the place that oftentimes you're going to pick those up most of the time.
Okay.
So Consumer Reports, they put out a list of a couple tips of things to do when you go to a hotel room to prevent, if there are bed bugs there, what to do. And the big thing they say is to do some investigating before you just settle in, which I think is kind of, it's annoying because you get there, you want to chill out right away. You want to like lay back,
Bro,
relax.
that's dangerous to investigate a bed at a hotel, though, because not only
It
could you
is.
run into bed bugs, but then you're
Other
running
things?
into mysterious stains
Oh, yeah.
and hairs and just
Stuff you don't want to know about.
It's probably a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
But do you want to bring bed bugs home?
No, but
Right.
I don't necessarily want to know the bed either that well intimately.
If you're not wrong, if you're looking to investigate, so Consumer Reports says the first thing you do when you enter a hotel room is don't put your luggage down on any sort of upholstery or things like that. The couple suggestions they offer are using the luggage rack, which I've heard mixed reviews on because it's made of fabric, that middle piece.
I'm sure they could climb up on that, too.
Right.
And does it really matter? Because, you're going to be wearing the clothes. If they're in the room, you're probably going to get them.
The other recommendation I've heard is, until you at least investigate a little bit, is to put your luggage in the bathroom, in the toilet, or not the toilet,
bathtub?
in the bathtub. I don't know why toilet came to mind. In the bathtub, because that's a place they're very unlikely to be. So
until somebody comes and takes a shower and you forgot your luggage was in there.
There's that. They say to pull the bed sheets back, do a little investigation, look along the seams.
No.
They say to check upholstered furniture like chairs as well.
No, I'll take my chances, I guess. I've changed my mind.
Wow.
I'll take the bed bugs.
Generally recommend stowing your suitcases zipped up. Keep them zipped up closed as much as you can.
Way too much room.
On a luggage rack or on a hard surface. That's usually, I put mine on the countertop of like the desk or something.
Yeah.
That's usually where I keep mine. Keep it zipped up unless I'm grabbing something out. And then they also say when you get home, if you have any concerns that maybe you might have stayed in a place where there were bed bugs, they say that you should tumble your clothing out and run it in a hot dryer for 30 minutes.
Just burn them.
At that point, basically get rid of them that way. So they say the heat will kill the bed bugs. Just washing your clothes by itself won't do it. It's the heat that'll take care of it. So.
Yuck. Enough talking about bed bugs.
Yeah, we can move on now.
Nasty.
Ugh. Music on the way for you soon from Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, as well as how has this winter's warm, not very snowy conditions impacted you? Let us know. Shoot us a message on our mobile app or join the conversation on our Facebook page. We're going to talk about that later on this morning here in Mix 108. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. And there are some new pieces of guidance, information out about those concerned about spreading germs around when you flush the toilet. The previous advice was close the lid, you're all good. Everything's fine. You're keeping everything contained.
Oh, so you're close it and then flush it is what you're saying.
So clush the lid, flush it, because otherwise there was concern about particles flying around, getting in your toothbrush.
I don't know that I necessarily flush or put the lid down and then flush. I may just flush.
So you just close it after.
Well, I just close it at some point. I'll have to pay attention. I guess I don't know.
So you're just in a routine. You didn't even think about it.
I just didn't think about why I did it or what's the purpose of it. I just, you open it, you do your business, you close it.
Sure. So that's been the advice of experts, that you want to try to close the lid to prevent, especially if you keep your toothbrush out or other things in your bathroom.
God, this is a nasty hour. First we're talking about bed bugs. Now we're talking about poo on our toothbrushes.
It's just one of those mornings, I guess. So there's new research out. Experts are saying that that's not going to help a whole ton because while you're keeping it from going everywhere, it's still going somewhere outside of your toilet bowl because it's not like it's airtight.
Well, I guess, yeah, but I mean, it's not wide open either.
Right. So the experts are saying
common sense says it would help somewhat, I guess.
Right. It's not, going everywhere.
Yeah.
So the experts that did this research are saying, keep that in mind if you're someone who's very germ conscious, that you're not fixing the problem completely. They say that the best thing you can do is to regularly disinfect your toilet, as well as nearby surfaces.
Okay.
So they say to use a cleaner. Yeah. Make sure you're doing regular scrubbings. Don't be that person that's not cleaning your toilet regularly, and clean your bathroom regularly, just in general. So
the time to do that.
Well, and that's the other part of it,
time-consuming
too.
thing to clean a bathroom. You need to put rubber gloves on.
Yeah.
You need to put disinfectant suit. You need to put a whole suit on. You ever clean a kid? You ever clean a bathroom?
A whole suit on?
Oh, you wait till you have kids.
Ugh. Okay, that's valid.
And a boy under the age of 10 whose aim is a little sus.
Yeah, all right, that's valid. I mean,
I'm 47. That. I still don't have my aim down.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
So there's that.
Might want to work on that a little bit, Tony. So,
yeah, well, this is maybe why Mindy throws Cheerios in the toilet for me. I don't know. Here, hit these.
Wow. So, well, it's probably a good idea still to shut the lid. Ultimately, you're not completely fixing the problem,
I guess.
And Tony has some work to do, apparently, is the other lesson we learned from that whole situation.
Working on it.
All right.
I'll keep you updated.
Good to know. We're going to see what's trending at the top here in a little bit. Plus, how has this winter impacted you? It's been kind of warm, not very snowy. Some people are loving it. Some people are not loving it.
Right. Have you not been able to do your hobbies? Maybe it's affecting your business.
Yeah. Let us know. Shoot us a message on our mobile app. Give us a call, 740-TO-MIX. We got a conversation going on our Facebook page. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on this morning here in Mix and Wake. Good morning.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Currently 33 degrees. Looking for high today. Mid-30s. Could see some morning snowflakes. Nothing major as far as snow goes. But then we continue the warm trend. Tomorrow, the warm day still in the forecast. 45 for Wednesday. And then mid-30s for the foreseeable future, Tony. So,
love that.
Just more of the same. Hopefully more sun, though. That's kind of the way it looks. Might see some more peaks of sun tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Because the gloominess is a little bit of a bummer.
Well, I can't believe it's already February. So, I mean, winter's over.
A couple days away.
Winter's over. The Cloquet Police Department issued a new update about the shooting at the Super 8 motel that left 3 dead. Police were called to the Super 8 motel on January 9th. They found a hotel employee shot. They found a man in the parking lot in a car shot, and they also find the shooter dead on the side of the hotel property. In the update yesterday, police said, currently we have not established a clear motive for the shooting, nor have we uncovered any connections between the suspects and the victims. The investigation continues. They are currently working on some of the digital evidence found at the scene, and they also expect to get autopsy results in the next 4 to 6 weeks, which will include drug tests, etc. So that investigation continues.
Okay. Well, since we last got together and did a show, Tony, there's been another winter event canceled. We talked yesterday about the Ice Castle and Palace down in the Twin Cities. Their season's running out while the Gunflint Mail Run Sled Dog Marathon officially was announced as canceled for this year. They had previously postponed the event, which was originally scheduled for January 6th, then postponed to February 10th. But with February 10th being a matter of days away and lots of warm weather ahead and not a lot of snow, they decided, well, we're just going to call it quits on this one for this year. So they're going to be looking to 2025, just like the Bear Grease did. They made that decision earlier this month just to say, well, we're just doing it next year. So the winter that is canceling events continues here across the Northland and beyond. Music on the way for you shortly from Harry Styles. We have BB Rex and David Guetta for you right now here in Mix It Away. Good morning.
Hello, we were inside. Sorry, I was just sitting here singing a little Ricky Martin. I got a little Ricky Martin in my head today. I don't know why. I woke up with Livin' La Vida Loca in my head. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, it's probably because we're giving you an opportunity to win a great experience with Ricky Martin.
And more than just Ricky Martin.
Oh, way more. Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Pitbull.
Heck yeah.
You kind of got the swooner in there, the guy that's going to, sing the love songs with Enrique. And then you got Ricky going to party a little bit. And then Pitbull going to just blow the roof off.
Right.
Blow the roof off the place. This show is going to be February 16th at the XL Energy Center. And we got an opportunity for you to enjoy a toast with Enrique's band.
Okay.
Got a chance for you to watch the first song from the side of the stage, all at the XL Energy Center. Right. You'll get to watch the entire show from the front row.
Wow.
Plus, you'll get a one-night stay at the luxurious Element Hotel in Minneapolis, which features, Nick, the signature Heavenly Beds.
Heavenly Beds.
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know what those are, but
they sound heavenly.
Anything that says signature in front of it, it's got to be pretty good, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. If you want to win this Trilogy Tour experience, go to the Mix 108 app exclusively and enter to win this priceless onstage experience with Enrique, Pitbull, and Ricky Martin at the XL Energy Center February 16th. You got until February 9th to enter to win. Okay?
You can't just buy something like this, especially those early things you talked about.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
You need Nick's hookups for stuff like this, okay?
Worked hard on this.
You need to know his people. So grab the Mix 108 app if you don't have it yet. I don't know what you're waiting for. Slap it on your smartphone.
Yeah.
And not only will you have a chance to win this contest, but you'll keep up with all the cool local news and be able to interact with the shows and so much more with the Mix 108 app. So check it out.
All right.
Who of those three would you be most excited to see?
Oh, man. If I had to pick one, probably Pitbull.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, all of them are going to put on an amazing show.
Guy. I really love Enrique, but I've seen some of his live videos, and maybe it's better I don't see him live. One of those artists, maybe.
Okay.
Not to take anything away from the show, but there's been some videos recently of him singing live that have been like, what?
Well, and so another thing you brought out when this show was announced is Ricky Martin hasn't been to Minnesota in 20 years?
Bro, I don't think he's ever been to Minnesota. I think in the article I said that I couldn't find any instances. Well, maybe he came on the Livin' La Vida Loca tour, I believe. Yes, that's right.
I thought that's what the story was.
I think he came on his original tour back in, 90?
Whenever he blew
98,
up.
99,
right.
probably. He came on that tour, but he's never been back since. And Enrique's been here several times.
Sure.
Pitbull, of course, has been... he's one of us now.
Mr. Worldwide.
Well, he's one of us. He's been to the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh, there you go.
Once you perform at the Minnesota State Fair, you're kind of an inaugural Minnesotan.
Once you've eaten cheese curds with the masses, you have been indoctrinated.
I cannot confirm that Pitbull enjoyed some cheese curds. But I would imagine.
You would think so.
He definitely got some face painting done on that head of his, though. State Fair.
Wow.
Get a little unicorn or something, and then he got on there. Anyways, Mix 108 app for this cool experience.
Coming up here in a few minutes, this winter, a little weird, little warm, little odd, not much snow.
A little off pace.
Some people are thinking that's great. Some people are finding frustrations in that. What are your thoughts? How is it impacting you? We're having a conversation in a few minutes. You can shoot us a message on our mobile app, give us a call, or you can join the conversation on our Facebook page. We'll be sharing those thoughts here in a little bit on Mix 108. Good morning. Baby. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. Currently, it is 33 degrees downtown Duluth at the Mix 108 studios.
Not bad.
Looking at Tony, you've been loving this warm weather, haven't you?
Honestly, it's nice that it's warm, yes, but I'm really loving the lack of snow and shoveling and that type of, getting around town.
Sure.
All the crappy stuff that goes with snow is what I don't miss.
So if it was 10 below but no snow.
Well, I don't know. I go back and forth on that every winter, whether I prefer the cold or the snow. But
it seems like people...
This has been the best of both worlds, though, frankly.
So yesterday, one of the guys at the station wrote a story about how he's lost his freezer space because he's used to using his porch as extra freezer space. very him to, complain about
That's
that.
very...
But it's legitimate. Because during the winter, a lot of people rely on those, that extra space. Maybe they use their garage or their porch as a space to keep extra
What
stuff.
do you do during the summer then? You just don't have that extra space or what?
Oh, apparently.
Okay. I don't know.
But this raised a good question. And so we asked on our Facebook page, and we've been asking through the course of the morning, what do you think about this winter? Has it bothered you? Are there some good or bad things out of that you've experienced? I know some of the obvious ones are for like resorts and ski hills has been tricky. For, ice fishing, it's been challenging. Those are obvious. For people that plow snow,
Right.
a lot of snow to plow.
Right. Crystal on our Facebook page. I love this one. This is
Okay.
the best one, I think. She spent an arm and a leg on new snow tires.
Yep.
And they're expensive,
Yep.
especially when they're just kind of a single-use type of, or single-season type of tire. Don't need them this year. I have a corner lot, so shoveling has been a breeze, though. So it's a lose-win type of deal.
Crystal, I got new tires. They're all season tires. I needed them anyway. But yeah, I would not.
Are you shaming her for getting winter tires?
No.
You should have got all-season tires.
Well, so ideally, winter tires are better for winter because
they're ideally made.
Yeah.
We could go into rubber compounds and all that stuff.
I don't have a place to store them. I live in an apartment.
That's a
so,
problem.
I'm not going to store winter tires in my bedroom. So
Good. I know some people that do that.
I'll pass. But I probably would have waited a little bit longer had winter not been coming to get the tires, but here I am. But I love them. I just,
Roxanne on Facebook, I love this. Loving this winter with little snow and cold. Went through hell last year. Amen, sister.
Yeah.
So we deserve a break.
I'm gonna stand up on the other side of things. I've not been on the lake once ice fishing, and that's partially my fault because I know there is some ice out there now. But like the season got off to a bad start. It was raining over Christmas, and the season's the way it's looking coming to an end pretty quickly. So
It is.
Yeah.
Jen says, and I think a lot of people are probably relating to this right now, the warmer temps have saved me money on my heating bills.
Yes.
Yes, but not being able to enjoy my snowmobile has been a bummer.
Yeah, especially if you've owned it for a while, you're just having to pay licensing on it
Don't
or
forget
whatever.
that. How
But
about the person that after
Bought
last
one?
winter was like, oh my God, with all this snow, I need to take advantage. Everybody's going out there snowmobiling. I'm going to get one this summer, and next winter, I am going to be the snowmobiling king.
and then nothing.
7402-MIX. Let us know what you think about this winter, or you can use the Mix 108 app and drop us an audio or text us.
Is there something quirky like for the ice, the freezer thing? Like, is there something quirky, not necessarily like that everybody's thinking about, but or something that impacts you more personally with this winter the way it's been? Well, somebody's calling us, Tony. We'll find out what they have to say about it.
Hello?
Hey, good morning, Mix 108.
Yeah, I'm calling about the,
Yeah, so
I
what
guess,
do
lack of winter, as you call it.
Yeah, what do you think
What are your
about
thoughts?
winter 2024?
For me, I like it, but for my kids, it's bad because they both play hockey, and they really rely on the outdoor ice.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've been seeing a
And there
lot of
hasn't
hockey
been any?
comments. Yeah, that's tough when
Yeah.
when there's a lack of indoor ice and people are relying on the outdoor ice. How many times a week do you say they try to practice on the outdoor ice that they're not this year?
Well, normally they would practice, 2 to 3 times a week, but we haven't been able to practice but once, maybe the whole winter
wow.
so far.
Wow, that's
So
it.
it's really lacking on indoor practice.
Yeah. Are all the games still inside mostly, or how does that work? They're just not practicing?
all games are pretty much inside. The last year they did do a lot outside. It's just it's a better experience.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
But this year, all games have been inside.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck the rest of the year. I hope you get to enjoy some hockey before the spring comes. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
7402-MIX, or feel free to drop us a message on our Facebook page or use the Mix 108 app to send an audio message. You can use the open mic there or a text message right into the studio. Jason says this winter sucks. On one hand, warmer temps are nice for the heat bill, as couple of people have said. But here's another hockey parent. It's not conducive to outdoor ice.
Yeah, well, and there's been a lot of the hockey thing or a lot of other winter activities just in general. I mentioned ice fishing or people that ski or snowboard. I know some friends that have kids that were hoping to do some snowboarding lessons this winter. I mean, the hills are open, but it's just not quite the same as, when you're regularly getting snow.
No.
So.
Real snow versus made snow.
Yeah. Let us know. We'll keep the conversation going. Join us on our Facebook page. Shoot us a message. Give us a call. Music on the way in a bit for you from Glass Animals. Ed Sheeran also on the way here. Mix It Away. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning. Currently 32 degrees downtown Duluth at the Mix 108 studios. And so
well, go ahead.
I was telling you off the air that this weekend I was kind of making plans to maybe go and check out the ice castles down in the Twin Cities. I get some friends down there, kind of make a thing out of it.
Right.
But with the fact that, they might be shut down by this weekend due to the fact they're going to see 50s. Well, I wonder what else I could do in the Twin Cities. Then I started looking around. I found out there's at least probably 10 or more golf courses open right now in the Twin Cities area.
Talk about insanity. Yeah, just, you've been giving us lots of lack of winter, event cancellations and closings. Now, here's an opening.
Spring's here. Let's go.
An opening. Golf courses.
Yeah, so there's a few that have already opened, and there are others that are planning on opening over the next few days, at least for a little while, because this week they are going to be seeing temperatures potentially into the 50s.
Bro, let's get the boat out.
Let's go.
Get the fams out on the pontoon. Let's go.
Might be a little chilly with some ice floating around on the water, but
easy to fill up your drinks. You just dip it in the lake, grab a little ice.
Have you seen the ice, by the way, if you go out in the harbor?
I have not.
Driven over the bridge, look down.
Oh, it's very chunky.
Very brown right now.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying I wouldn't want to put that in a drink?
Probably not.
All right.
I actually, during the ice festival, somebody was asking me, there was a couple that was up here from the Twin Cities visiting, and they said, do you know why the ice is so brown out in the harbor? Well, because the water's brown.
Well, yeah, the water's not clean.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously there's been lots of melting. So there's extra mud and whatever. The river's running a little bit more aggressively too, so that's making it a little bit more. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that.
Would you go play golf this weekend?
I actually am kind of thinking about seeing.
Grabbing a tee time?
Well, because my brother lives in Kansas City and he brags all the time, get into February and he's golfing once in a while.
It's almost like even if you don't want to go, just for the social media thing.
Yeah, I went golfing in February.
You just
to
post that picture on Insta or Facebook or whatever to say, it's February 3rd and I'm out golfing in Minnesota.
I'm kind of thinking about it. So, yeah, like I said, I was doing some searching and it was early searching and I found at least 10 results that popped up in the Twin Cities area.
I know earlier last week or last week we were talking about like people down south.
Yep.
Thinking it's fun to dip their face in snow,
make food and beverages with snow.
Out of snow. Do you suppose they're kind of doing the reverse thing with us now? Like guys in Texas are like, well, I play golf all year round. Look at these guys. They're excited to play golf in February. I play golf in February all the time.
That's fine. It's a little different, I would argue, but
I would argue that as well. Yeah.
So yeah,
good luck on the links if you try to go.
I feel like
try to sneak 9 in.
Here's the thing, though. The reading I've done, the few courses that I've actually looked at their website, they're saying no carts because everything's very muddy.
Muddy as heck. Yeah, you have to wear galoshes out there.
Well, right. And my golf shoes are waterproof.
Of course they are.
They're only ankle high. So,
you're going to be at least knee deep in mud.
Splash down.
Ugh. Wear the old mucklucks out there to go.
Get the old muck boots.
Yeah, the old muck boots out there golfing, getting 18. No cart. The no cart thing really sucks.
Yeah.
Not only are
I'll walk 9, but I'm not going to walk 18
you'll
by
walk,
myself. No.
And in the mud, too.
Yeah. No,
extra sloshing around.
We'll see. Well, I'll give you a report if I go golfing this weekend.
I look forward to the golf report.
I did a little checking, by the way, around the Northland. I didn't see any courses that are open or even saying anything about opening right now because there is a little more snow up here, so everything's a little bit wetter. So
just give it another week or two.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It could happen. You never know the way things are going.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We're going to see what's trending at the top here in a couple minutes on Mix It Away. Good morning and happy Tuesday.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
8:04 on a Tuesday morning. Currently 32 degrees. Looking for a high today around 36. Could see some peaks of sun today. Tomorrow, the warm day, mid-40s. The National Weather Service saying 45 for Wednesday.
Wowee.
And then mid-30s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and into next week. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice one tomorrow in particular.
Dig it. USA Hockey has released some new regulations regarding neck protection. Starting August 1st, all players under the age of 19 and any officials under the age of 18 must wear neck laceration protection. It's long been recommended that players and officials wear, but now it'll be required. Starting, like I said, in August. There will be no exceptions to this rule. Like, parents won't be able to sign a waiver or anything like that. You gotta wear it. Neck protectors can range anywhere from $15 to $150 for like a goalie, like a nice one for a goalie. So,
I mean, not all that. When you consider what it can do.
Well, yeah, for sure. USA Hockey also recommends that players and officials consider wearing cut-resistant socks, sleeves, and or undergarments when playing hockey. More on this on the Mix 108 app or Mix108.com. I love this picture of this ship, dude.
Yes.
Like, this is a tight squeeze. Tell us.
So there was the Paul R. Tregurtha ship, they call it the Queen of the Lakes. It's the biggest ship that sails the Great Lakes.
She's a biggin'.
Over 1,000 feet long. It is laid up at Fraser Shipyards in Superior right now.
Okay.
And a couple weeks ago, toward the end of that cold week we had mid-January, it came into port. And then the next day, it headed into Fraser Shipyards. To get there, it had to head under the Blotnick Bridge. Now, not under the main span, the high part. It had to head under the lower part on the up ramp from Superior over. And that's pretty narrow when you think about it.
This picture is incredible. It is a really tight squeeze. Like, there is no room for.
Snuck through with barely any room on either side.
Wow.
And the photo's been getting shared around a little bit. There's a photographer that got a drone picture of it, David Shower, and I had talked to him yesterday about the photo. He thinks, and he's a little bit of a ship guy, he thinks this is the first time that the Tregurtha has spent time at Fraser. I haven't been able to fact check that, so I'm believing him on that. But we have that picture and also some video that somebody captured of the ship heading through this very, very tight squeeze.
Well, and not only is the squeeze tight to get in there, but if you look beyond the picture, there isn't much room in that heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, beyond where they're going.
Right.
There's no room to turn around or anything in there. Like, to get out, they're going to have to back out.
Yeah, they can't turn around in there.
No, I don't think they can turn around. So they're going to have to. So the exiting might be more exciting than the.
Well, and so they did get some assistance from tugs, just so they didn't just cruise in there on their own. But still, the fact that they threaded the needle, it's very impressive. Yeah. I mean, obviously these guys are pros. They women and whoever's on the ship. I don't know what sort of a crew they have, but they do this for a living. So
yeah, you should go check out this picture as you're getting to work right now. Don't check your email. Go check out this picture. It's pretty cool. Mix108.com or the Mix 108 app and share it with everybody because it's
something, that's for sure.
Cool picture. Yep. Great job, David, who got the picture. I love it.
We're going to hear from 5 Seconds of Summer in a few minutes. Dua Lipa right now here at Mix It Away. Good morning. Mix It Away Morning Brew on a Tuesday morning and move over Stanley Cups. There's a new metal thing that's taking the internet by storm, apparently. So
this is wild.
I did not know this was a thing. All of a sudden, it's like the thing. There is a building supply retailer, Home Depot. They're offering a replica Braveheart sword, and apparently they can't keep it stocked. It's that popular.
So we're talking about the movie?
The
Braveheart?
movie, the 1990s Mel Gibson movie about William Wallace, Braveheart. They're offering
such a weird product for
Home Depot?
For Home Depot, yes. It's not, they sell yard decoration things and such like that. But this doesn't fall under anything, any category
for home anything.
I suppose you could use it in home improvement. You take it down a wall. Forget about a sledgehammer.
Sure.
Let's get the William Wallace sword out.
So here's how the website describes it. Reclaim your freedom from the tyrannical English king with this authentic William Wallace sword.
What?
This sword is a replica of the sword William Wallace wielded during the movie Braveheart. The blade is made of polished stainless steel and is a double-edged sword. The hilt and pommel are comprised of polished metal, and the handle is wrapped in leather. The sword comes complete with an authentic rough leather sheath and includes a strap to attach this 40.75-inch sword to your belt.
I don't believe this thing is real. This has got to be fake.
I'm looking at the Home Depot website.
Where? I can't find it anywhere on the Home Depot website.
HomeDepot.com right there.
What?
And they're listing it for $49.98.
Okay, there it is. What? I'm curious to see. Okay, so they have it under the category home decor, wall sculptures.
Okay.
That's where they have it under.
I guess that kind of checks out.
Fantastic. $50 is a pretty good deal for this thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, it's an actual like real metals. I don't know
It's
that
got
you.
the sheath, I guess you'd call it. Leather sheath.
Yeah, the
sheath. Is that what it is?
Well, how do they describe it?
Notify me. I'm going to put my email in here. For,
Okay.
Because I'm going to.
Yeah, sheath.
This is going to be great for the office.
So some of the questions that are being asked on the website include: would this be suitable to crush my enemies?
Oh, absolutely. Can I take down Mordor with this thing?
The
Questions and answers. Yeah.
yeah, that I was looking through to see if there were any other Q&A highlights from this. There's 5 pages of questions and answers about this thing.
Did they
Some
make
of them
a
are
concealed carry version?
well, because it's about 41 inches long. Sizable sword.
The blade is 29 inches long.
Oh,
They
the
said.
description said
Well, the whole
with
thing
the
might
hilt
be,
and the
yeah.
hand. Okay, all right,
Yes,
fair
yes.
enough. Yeah.
My gosh. This is amazing.
I wonder though if it actually is something that you could legitimately cut stuff with, or if it's meant to be a decoration only.
Honestly, beautiful replica of a sword. This is a review. Nice weight. It's not sharp on the sides, but pointy.
Sure.
The one thing that ruined it was the sheath of it. It's made of poor quality, and it seems like they used a type of fake leather.
I hate to point it out,
Oh,
folks.
50
it's meant.
bucks.
It's meant to be a decoration.
Well, you know us nerds, we get a little excited when there's sword play and lightsabers and
Sure.
stuff like that.
But apparently, this thing they're having a hard time keeping in stock. It is that popular.
Here's this one. My uncle bought this sword. Bought this to put in a sword swallowing act into his magic show.
Oh no.
In parentheses, may he rest in peace.
Oh no.
I inherited the sword after his final curtain fell, and after a good cleaning, you can't even see the stains. Seriously, it's like I could say it's Scotch Guard or something. Cleaning it is easy and simple. I love when there's ridiculous products like this and people like
Just own up on it.
enhance it
Yes.
with ridiculous reviews.
There's a few different reviews I've been looking at about people being excited to smite their enemies and things like that. So
That's funny.
apparently this is a thing this year, and again, it's purely a decoration. But
Home Depot has been known to, find these trends and then double down on them. So we'll see if the Home Depot line of swords comes soon.
what other William Wallace items do they really want to go in on this? Are they going to sell the kilt?
No, I'm just thinking more popular swords.
Oh, okay. All right. You weren't thinking they were going to have like a whole
Lord of the Rings. There's some Game of Thrones
Okay.
swords. Let's go. People are like, you're a nerd. Shut up.
only a little bit.
All right.
So that's something trending on the internet today. In case you were curious,
That's
It's-
wild.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with
Hey,
me.
you're welcome. Tate McRae on the way in minutes. And remember, you could win a trip down to the Twin Cities. Check out a big show with Pitbull, Ricky Martin, and Enrique Iglesias. Enter to win that trip, including hotel stay and much more right now on the Mix 108 mobile app. Mix 108 Morning Brew, Tuesday morning. It's Nick Cooper and Tony Hart, 8:35, 32 degrees downtown Duluth at the Mix 108 studios. Good morning.
Hello. There's a if you go into our place, you'll find it there on the
Oh, the
bottom.
thing?
In the T Swift store, you'll find the audio. So there's this weatherman who's pretty popular on Instagram. His name is Adam Kruger.
Okay.
He's a weatherman in Houston. So he often takes songs, right? He's got a little bit on Instagram, like it's called like driving to work. So he listens.
Okay.
He shows a little clip of himself driving to work, listening to a song, and then he tries to incorporate that song into his weather forecast.
Okay.
In one of his recent ones, he took Little John and the East Side Boys' "Get Low."
What?
And incorporated it into a weather forecast. It starts with him just in his car listening to the song. Sorry, he cuts it off here.
It's going to be windy and it's going to be cool. And then you're going to hear me
Saw
say
your
this
face.
about 11 times this morning. We've got that hard freeze on the way, but the real cold settles in Tuesday morning. Don't disrespect it. You'll want to take care of your house as we have a hard freeze on the way. I've got temperatures up here for the next few days. Now take it to the floor. Tuesday, Wednesday morning, that's when we're in that hard freeze territory. You can see the speeds, 369. We're just fine. But a cold front's going to sock it to us one more time with strong winds blasting in here tomorrow. We have a couple of cold fronts on the way, and temperatures will get low, get low, get low, get low. Look at next week. Highs only in the 30s. Very likely we're going to see a hard freeze, and that's why you need to protect your home to the window, to the wall, and basically everywhere in between, especially the pipes. And could we see a wintry mix? Well, it is possible. I know when you see this pink, you're like, sleet, 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 sleet coming our way. Well, some sleet, some light freezing rain possible, but light is the key word here. All right, let's talk about the cold front arrival time. We've had to back it up as each
This
day
guy is
goes
a-
by. It looks like
this
now
guy's
it
a
gets here
legend.
sooner, maybe coming in as soon as Sunday morning.
Wow. All right. So, he does a bunch of these.
That's
got
incredible.
Eminem. He's gotten Taylor Swift. Whole bunch of good stuff. So, Adam Kruger is his name if you want to check him on Instagram. But I found that one particularly funny. Sleet, 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 sleet.
Hey, Brandon Weathers.
Well, yeah.
You got something you got to work on.
The bar is set. Actually, I want to see the guy on Fox 21 do this. He's great.
Sure.
That pair they have at the, Yep.
That could be.
Fantastic. They should do it like I don't know what, because they got an older gentleman on there too, right?
Yep.
What's his name?
I forget the name.
I don't know, but he should do a rap with the guy on Fox 21, and then maybe Dan Hanger could come in the background and start
Sure.
rapping too.
Sure.
I like it. But yeah, Justin Lyles, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Step up.
I can see there's one that comes to mind. Hunter over at Channel 6, probably.
he's already
He's a
kinda
musician,
mu-
though,
he's a
so that's kind of
musician.
cheating.
But
So
that's a good one. Maybe, yeah. So, yep.
All
the
right.
bar's set for all the
There you
Twin
go,
Ports.
Northland TV weather, folks. Gotta pick up your game a touch.
This guy's a legend, though.
That is well, and because you said these multiple songs, it's not just this one example.
Oh, yeah. He does it, and he doesn't just do rap. He does hard rock. Like I said, he does Metallica. He's got Disturbed. He's got Dave Matthews Band.
That's amazing.
Bone Thugs First of the Month.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'm going to go down this rabbit hole here.
That's fun. That's a fun way to deliver the weather. Good for him.
Absolutely.
I have to figure out a way to. We'll give each other assignments. We'll have to work words into conversations randomly,
all right,
Tony.
I'll try that.
Music on the way for you shortly from Taylor Swift coming up here. Mix It Away. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's Tony and Nick, Mix It Away Morning Brew, and one of us heading to the Pro Bowl once again. Or Pro Bowl games, I
Not
should
one-
say.
Let me make it clear, not one of us.
Yeah, not Tony, not me.
No.
Not
because
Lauren.
None of us are
Northlander. A Northlander is
physically
heading to the
gifted
Pro Bowl.
enough to go to any kind of event with the word pro and or bowl
Here
on
at the
attached
radio
to
station,
it.
maybe
Yes,
not.
Yes.
CJ Ham
Oh, nice.
is heading to the Pro Bowl games. Of course, there's
Like
not
the only fullback in the NFL, though. So,
Well, no.
is there more? At
Yeah.
fullbacks? Not
Yeah.
to take anything away. I'm just saying that.
It's a position that is a little bit more specialized to certain teams. So Kyle, I think it's Juszczyk, who plays for the 49ers,
Right. Yeah.
was named the guy. But now that they're heading to the Super Bowl,
He's not the guy. Ham's the guy.
well, but so he was the person who was named as the fullback for the Pro Bowl
but
roster.
everybody was wrong.
Well, yeah.
Because Ham's the guy.
Ham is now the guy with the 49ers heading to the Super Bowl. Ham's been getting the call up to be a part of the Pro Bowl games, which are happening this weekend. Now, Ham will be joining two other Vikings. You remember who they are, Tony?
Justin Jefferson has got to be one.
No.
No, because he didn't have a...
He was out for a bunch of the season. Hurt.
I don't know. Captain Kirk?
Nope.
Harrison Smith?
Nope.
Wow.
Daniil Hunter.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And you'll go, who to this one? Andrew DePaula.
Who?
Exactly. He's the long snapper.
Oh, long snapper guy.
He's been there a couple times for the Vikings in the Pro Bowl. So
Wow, he's an elite long snapper.
apparently he is. So yeah, the CJ joining the roster will be the third Viking heading to the Pro Bowl games this weekend. It'll be his second Pro Bowl games. His first one was back in the.
How are they doing the Pro Bowl these days?
So it's like a
I know it's
skills
changed a couple
competition. There's a bunch of different skills things, and then they do a flag football game. I believe is the culmination
they're
of
still
it.
doing the flag. So
Yeah.
the Manning brothers are picking again their teams.
Correct. Right. So
Gotcha.
they've got AFC and NFC rosters. I don't know if they're divvying them up. I don't follow it that closely.
Nobody does.
Well, exactly. But yeah, so CJ, this is his second one. The first one he was in was the 2019 one, which I think was just a regular Pro Bowl. Then it wasn't the games.
Right.
Yeah, so you get the opportunity to do some skills competition stuff and be a part of the flag football game this weekend. And it's in Florida, isn't it? So, I mean, go hang out in Florida and get to play a little football. Why not?
Not bad.
Yeah. Well, the NFL this year was promoting how, fans should come to the Pro Bowl, and they were advertising ticket prices for like, I think $40 or $50 to go to the Pro Bowl games. And I was like, well, that's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not a football game. It's, just skills competition.
They're just trying to fill the stands, man.
Yeah.
They're just trying to fill the stands at that point.
Hey, well, might be a few Duluthians wanting to go and watch CJ now that he's going to be part of it. So
Let's go.
Congrats, CJ. Head to the Pro Bowl games this weekend. Not going to the big game, unfortunately. Well, yeah, maybe he is, but not as a player on the team that's playing on Super Bowl Sunday, unfortunately.
Right.
Maybe someday.
Maybe.
We can only hope.
Fingers crossed.
We're going to get your workday kicked off. 108 minutes commercial free, including songs from Olivia Rodrigo, Miley Cyrus, Jelly Roll, and more all coming up here at Mix It Away. Good morning.